How much do you know about American football, basketball, countries, celebrities, anything? Welcome to It's Quiz Time. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the like and bell icons. And the game is on. Today's quiz is about an NFL team, Arizona Cardinals. Let's see how much do you know about Arizona Cardinals. Don't forget to write your score in the comment section. Here comes the first question. The Arizona Cardinals were originally founded as the Chicago Bulldogs, Morgan Athletic Club, St. Louis Cardinals, or Pottsville Maroons. The answer is Morgan Athletic Club. The Cardinals were founded as the Morgan Athletic Club in 1898, and are the oldest continuously run professional football team in the United States. Question 2. What year did the Cardinals join the NFL? 1920, 1980, 1940, or 1960? The answer is 1920. In 1920, the team became a charter member of the American Professional Football Association, which 2 years later was rechristened the National Football League. Question number 3. Which Arizona player originated the safety blitz? Ray Ramsey, Larry Wilson, Aeneas Williams, or Night Train Lane? The correct answer is Larry Wilson. In 1960, defensive coordinator Chuck Drulis crafted a play that called for the free safety to take part in a blitz. The play was codenamed Wildcat. Larry Wilson became so identified with the play that Wildcat became his nickname. Our fourth question is: which player was famous for his clothesline tackles? Night Train Lane, Simeon Rice, Freddie Joe Nunn, or Patrick Peterson? The answer is Night Train Lane. Lane's practice of tackling opponents about the head and neck, which was then a legal technique, was sometimes called a night train necktie. It later became known as a clothesline tackle and was prohibited. Fifth question. Why was the team renamed the Cardinals? The owner lost a bet with a bird enthusiast. Cardinals were the Arizona state bird. The team owner was Catholic, or to match the color of their jerseys. The answer is to match the color of their jerseys. In 1901, team owner Chris O'Brien bought used jerseys from the University of Chicago. He described the faded maroon clothing as Cardinal Red, and the team became the Racine Street Cardinals. Question 6. Which Arizona quarterback was known as the Snake? Neil Lomax, Jake Plummer, John Skelton, or Carson Palmer? The right answer is Jake Plummer. In 1998, Jake the Snake led the Cardinals to an upset of the Dallas Cowboys for the franchise's first postseason victory since 1947. Question 7. The Cardinals retired jersey number 40 in honor of which player? Pat Tillman, Stan Malden, Larry Wilson, or J.V. Kane? The correct answer is Pat Tillman. In 2002, Tillman turned down a contract offer of $3.6 million over 3 years from the Cardinals to enlist in the U.S. Army in the aftermath of the September 11 attacks. Tillman joined the Army Rangers and served several tours in combat before he was killed in the mountains of Afghanistan. Question 8. Which Cardinal did Pop Warner call the greatest football player of all time? Charlie Trippi, Jim Thorpe, Ernie Nevere, or John Driscoll? The answer is Ernie Nevere. In 1931, a committee of 12 leading football coaches led by Pop Warner met to determine the greatest football player of all time. Nevere finished in a tie with Red Grange for second place behind only Jim Thorpe. Warner actually picked Nevere first and noted, Ernie Nevere was a football player without fault. Question number 9. Which quarterback threw 5 interceptions in a single Pro Bowl? Jim Hart, Boomer Esiason, Jake Plummer, or Kurt Warner? The right answer is Jim Hart. In the 1977 Pro Bowl, Hart threw 5 interceptions, the most in the Pro Bowl's history. Here comes the 10th one. Where were the Cardinals founded? Philadelphia, St. Louis, Chicago, or Phoenix? Correct one is Chicago. The franchise's inception dates back to a neighborhood group that gathered to play in the Chicago South Side. Question 11. What year did the Cardinals move to St. Louis? 1980, 1970, 1950, or 1960? The answer is 1960. After 40 seasons in Chicago, they moved to St. Louis in 1960. Question 12. Which player's widow helped to set up a traumatic brain injury fund at the University of Illinois at Chicago? Ernie Nevere, Stan Malden, J.V. Kane, or Marshall Goldberg? The right answer is Marshall Goldberg. Goldberg had sustained a number of concussions during his career, which the family felt contributed to difficulties later in his life. The Marshall Goldberg Traumatic Brain Injury Fund has been instrumental in bringing attention to the problem of head injury in athletes. Question 13. The Cardinals' most lopsided victory came against which team? Rochester Jeffersons, Chicago Bears, Milwaukee Badgers, or Green Bay Packers? The answer is Rochester Jeffersons. On October 7, 1923, the Cardinals embarrassed the Rochester Jeffersons 60-0. Question 14. Which player died during training camp in 1979? Kwame Lassiter, J.V. Kane, Jeff Burkett, or Chuck Hughes? The answer is J.V. Kane. The 7th overall selection in the 1974 NFL Draft, Kane died of congenital heart failure, brought out by working out in extreme heat during training camp at Lindenwood College in St. Charles, Missouri on his birthday in 1979. His number 88 was retired by the Cardinals. Question 15. Who was the first Cardinals quarterback to pass for more than 400 yards in a single game? Neil Lomax, Charlie Johnson, Jim Hart, or Jake Plummer? The answer is Charlie Johnson. On October 13, 1963, Charlie Johnson passed for 428 yards in a 24-23 win over the Pittsburgh Steelers. Question 16. Which Cardinals running back set an NFL record with 40 points in a single game? Ernie Nevere, David Johnson, Edgerrin James, or Otis Anderson? The correct answer is Ernie Nevere. On Thanksgiving Day 1929, Superstar running back Ernie Nevere scored all 40 points in the Cardinals' 40-6 victory over the Chicago Bears, an NFL record that still stands today. Question number 17. Which quarterback led the Cardinals to their first Super Bowl? Jake Plummer, Kurt Warner, Carson Palmer, or Matt Leinart? The answer is Kurt Warner. One reason for Arizona's success in 2008 was the re-emergence of 37-year-old quarterback Kurt Warner, who threw for 4,583 yards and 30 touchdowns, with only 14 interceptions. The team advanced to the Super Bowl for the first time in franchise history, but lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers 27-23 in the final seconds. Question 18. Who was the first coach in Cardinals NFL history? Pop Ivy, Phil Handler, Wally Lem, or Patty Driscoll? The answer is Patty Driscoll. He was coach of the Chicago Cardinals. In their first season, 1920, the Cardinals came fourth with a 6-2-2 record. John Patty Driscoll was coach from 1920 to 1924 and finished with 17-8-4 during those seasons. Question number 19. What are the main team colors? Blue and white, red and gray, red and yellow, or red and white? The right answer is red and white. The team has had red and white as the dominant color since early 1900s. With the hot desert weather to contend with, they mainly wore the white jersey for home games, but after the stadium was opened in 2006, they were able to have the choice of wearing red or white without having to deal with the elements. Here comes the last question. What stadium did the Cardinals call home in 2007? Bush Memorial Stadium, Busch Stadium, University of Phoenix Stadium, or Sun Devil Stadium? The answer is University of Phoenix Stadium. After moving to Arizona, the Cardinals called Sun Devil Stadium in Tempe home until moving to the new University of Phoenix Stadium located in Glendale in 2006. The stadium is in name only for the university's corporate sponsorship, as they did not have any intercollegiate athletics programs. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment down. See you in the next video.